started to see Brandon have a little bit more success against Lou. What have you seen that is just starting to kind of work for you guys in that area?
Trying to play it faster, trying to score before the defense is set. Once they get in the half court and Dort is on him, it's been a struggle. But when he's playing faster, the ball is moving side to side, we tend to get better quality looks.
What were some of the other things when you watch film that you liked, especially when maybe you guys went small? Because I'm guessing that's what you're probably going to look to do a little more.
We got good shots. We missed them. And it's been the theme of this series is that we played good defense. Half-court defense was solid, but we're turning the ball over and we're missing quality shots. So, we got to make some of them. And that takes the pressure off you defensively, and it's not the end of the world because you missed a shot. Right now, we have this feeling as a group that every shot is weighted because we're putting a ton of pressure on ourselves.
And a little more to that, with CJ specifically, did they look like good ones? Are there ones that are the ones you guys want, or what are you seeing with him there?
There are some good ones, but then there's some tough shots that lead to transition opportunities for them, for OKC. So, we got to try to take a quality shot every time down the floor. When we do it, we get offensive rebounding position. We can get back and set our defense. We have to take care of the ball. Those two things offensively is a key for us.
With those unforced errors and then missing open looks, how do you emphasize that without putting too much pressure on them and kind of convince them to play free?
Keep the game simple. Sometimes it's not about the first initial guy making a play. It's really just swinging it to a teammate, trusting that. Now the ball gets moving side to side and we get better looks. Taking care of the basketball is a key component. It's what they've done well all season long is they turn teams over, and we can't play into their hands.
Willie, how strongly are you guys considering on maybe doing something different for Game 4? Like, for instance, last game, I think you tried to insert Dice in there for a little bit, but I don't know if that worked out. But is everything on the table for Game 4?
Yeah, there's definitely all cards on the table. So we'll continue to look at lineups. We'll look at mixing our defense up. Maybe some small, maybe adding, some more shooting to the lineup. So we're definitely looking at it.
Yeah, and I think he asked about it last night, but what did you just think about the Larry on Giddey minutes specifically when you went to those in the second half?
They were okay. Giddey, he's a good player, and he made some open shots, got to the basket a couple times, but I like that it kept us out of rotation against Holmgren. So we were able to set our defense a bit more. We turned them over. We didn't capitalize as much, but they didn't have us scrambling as much defensively.
Do you think, Brandon was on Chet, I think, in those minutes. Do you think he can guard up when you need him to at times?
Yeah, he can, for sure. And we like what that look gave us defensively, for sure.
If he wasn't dribbling behind us, I wouldn't ask about it, but Steven's just doing some stuff. Is that the first thing he's been able to do, or what has he been able to do?
Yeah, that's it. He's just getting on the court, kind of dribbling a little bit today, but you got to be careful with the hamstring. You don't want to move too quickly, but he is getting better.
No running or anything. No running or anything.
Not yet. No. Okay. Thank you.
You guys, Brandon seemed to have his more productive second half that he's had against Lou. What was starting to work for you guys?
Movement. Getting the ball from not one side to not two sides, sometimes three. It's hard when they've got a shot blocker like Chet. You can't just give somebody a ball and say go ISO because he's just standing there. So if you can move the defense and shift him a little bit, now is when you can attack because he may be in rotations or he may be somewhere else. Right now we're just real stagnant in terms of our ISO stuff, and you see the result.
You've gotten to play against Chet, I guess, probably 4 or 5 times this season. How unique is he in terms of the shot blocking component, but also, being a good jump shooter too?
No, his combination of skills is about as unique as it gets. He's really impressive. Obviously, you just don't realize how tall he is as well. He's about 7'1". His timing as a shot blocker is just for this early in his career. He's just got a whole lot of poise down there, and he's been incredibly impressive. He's going to have an awesome career.
Larry, if Victor had entered the league this past season, would there be a lot more talk involving Chet and what's he basically able to do on the court in both ends?
Yeah, those two being compared to each other is just silly. I get it. They're both, similar-ish builds, similar-ish play styles, similar-ish in terms of their draft class. But it's not fair to either one of them because they're both such incredible players in their own right. Obviously, Vic had an awesome year and he's going to be generational. But again, I just spoke about Chet and he deserves all the flowers that this year should bring him. What were the Thunder? They were 8 seed last year. Now they're the 1, and obviously they kept the same team, added him, and obviously all those guys made jumps. But the fact that he's been such an impressive rim protector and held up all 82 is credit to him, and he's been awesome.
When you're down 0-3, how do you mentally just say to myself, we're not going to let go of the rope, we're going to force one and go over there? What is that mental battle like?
It's not a mental battle for me. Not a mental battle at all. Quit. Quit. I don't care if we're down 25, 30, or up 30 tomorrow. You're going to get the same level of effort, energy. So, it's down 0-3, up 3-0. I'm going to give all I got. I know these guys will too. We've had some tough games, and it's a really good team. But, we got another one on our home court, and you're going to get all we got again.
Larry, is that a conversation you need to have with the rest of the team, like the younger guys? For instance, CJ said he knows what it takes to be a professional. You guys need to show up no matter what, what's the odds are stacked against you. But what about the younger guys?
The younger guys have been awesome. The younger guys have been great. Herb is Herb. He's plugging away, giving 100% everything he's got. Trey's been great. The energy those guys have been playing with is great. They've been playing with energy and effort and 100% force. So they're going to continue doing that, and our job as older guys is to, I don't want to say follow their lead, but join them in that. We're not going to stop fighting. Obviously, 3-0's really tough, but all you can do is take it game by game, and as of now, it's do or die.
How did you think the minutes you had against Kenny last night, different what you guys can do? How did you think that played out?
It's tough. The last two times we tried to play him as, obviously he's not a non-shooter, but they got guys that can shoot a little bit better, and that's no disrespect meant, because he's lit us up the last two times we tried that. So probably going to come with a different approach. We haven't discussed that yet, but again, credit to him. He's made the shots we've dared him to make.
I think last night him and Lou combined to make 8 threes. It's probably only the second time all year that they've done that. And how disheartening is that? Is that when all right, this is our strategy, we're going to try to force their lesser shooters into shots, and then they start hitting them. What does that do to a defense when you see that?
It's basketball. It's basketball. We all year have been one of the very best three-point shooting teams in the league. Bad time to hit the skids, ain't it? And for again, those are the two guys that, if you're looking at their roster, probably, you don't want Shea shooting. Probably don't want Shed or Jalen shooting. So, Giddey and Dort are going to get majority of the open looks, and they've been knocking them down. So, that's basketball sometimes, and sometimes the percentages aren't in your favor.